Hello friends, this is Mohammed Shakil here from How Engineers Do It, and welcome to the series Practice with Me Sessions, SolidWorks Beginners. Few things before we get started. If you're not in the first video of the series, you would probably miss something useful. Practice with Me sessions are designed in a way to explain tool to the beginners by actually working on the simple projects. Thereby they learn to implement the tool at the same time. It requires zero CAD knowledge if you want to start with these lessons. I will make the drawing file full size in every video beginning so the users can take a screenshot of it and use it while they practice. This series is created following the success and appreciation I received from CAPA videos, so I will try my best to do the same with SolidWorks as well. I request my viewers and subscribers to give the same support I received from CAPA tutorial videos so that we can make this program a huge success. As usual, give thumbs up and comments. Without further ado, let's begin.
In this video, we'll work on exercise number 57. To start off, we'll go to File, New, and double click on the part template. Now we have an empty workspace open. Let's go to the sketch and click on the sketch tool and then decide which plane we would like to start the sketch with. So as we see here, we can start the sketch on the right plane. I've selected the right plane, and now what I would do is I would just draw a line here and simply draw one circle. Draw maybe 3 lines. Line here. Another, maybe we don't need this line. What we'll do is to take the center line, just draw a center line here, select this line here and delete it. And now we'll draw one more circle that would be on the vertical axis, which passes through the origin. Now we'll take the smart dimension and start dimensioning a little bit. That would be diameter 10, right? So diameter 10 here and diameter 10 here as well. And from the circle to the circle it's 88, so we'll give 44 from the origin. And from okay, what we'll do is we'll just create an arc here. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll simply draw a circle and we'll just put this point and the circle coincident, tick mark, this point and the circle coincident, alright, tick mark. Now let's use the trim entities and trim the portions that's not relevant for us. Alright, and now what's the radius of the circle, this outer circle? So as we see here, it should be r. They would have given the value of r somewhere, capital R. That's 20, I guess. So from here to here it's 20, so the radius should be 20 here, so we'll give 20. Alright, now next we can take this point and this point, maybe select this point here and just move it above this, right? And what we can do next would be to give the overall length from here to the bottom. So we'll draw another circle and that would be of radius 20 again. Oops, 20, that's diameter 40, right? So here also it's not radius, yeah, okay, it's radius 20 here, yeah, this is radius 20. So now what we can do is to select this line and the circle here and go for tangency, tick mark, Also make sure that this is touching here, and also select this circle at this point and this origin, and go for vertical, constrain it, go for trim and trim this portion. And also what we can do is from the top, okay, there's something over here that we have to notice. So okay, let me delete this line here, and I'll draw a line. It's like that's coming from here to here, and then I'll draw another line from here to here. I'll just trim this portion off, and then what I would do is I'll give a tangency relation over here, tick mark, and now give the smart dimension, and from here to here it's 32, right? From the top to this point it's 32 as given in the drawing. Okay, now also we can just reconstrain this as tangent and trim this portion off. That's not necessary. Okay, and also we can select the circle and this line here and go for tangency, tick mark, and now we can make sure that the center of the circle here, it's definitely 20. It should be 20, so yeah, it's 20. And now from this edge to this edge is 128, so from here to here it should be 128 divided by 2, right? Divided by 2, 64. There you can see that some of the things are getting a black colored, so that means that's fully getting constrained. You can just select these lines here, and you can go for mirror entities and mirror about this line here. Axis line, you can go for tick mark, and also you can use the trim entities and just trim this portion off. And now we can just go for the vertical constraints, that is 125 overall. That's not what we need. What we'll do is we'll go for a constraint here. Oops. Go for a smart dimension, the circle. Alright. What we'll see here is that the radius of this outer circle is 20. So we'll just do the dimension from here to this center, and you can see that the overall is 125. So 125 minus 20 is 105. So I can give 105 here. Now you can see that it seems like it's fully constrained, and it's good to go. So we need to decide on it, or just give a double check. Okay, as we see that we have missed out the circle here, so we can just go for mirror entities and just mirror about this axis here and go for the tick mark. Alright, so a diameter 10, and it looks quite small in front of this, so I don't really know why. This is of radius 20, radius 20, diameter 40. Okay, doesn't look like that. Okay, doesn't matter what it looks like. It's about, okay, we can see here there's a problem, so we can just trim this off. Okay, if there is a problem like that, it'll show once you give any features on it, any solid features. And you can just exit the sketch here and go for extrude boss and base. You can give a thickness of 10, enter, tick mark. You can see that it's confirmed there. As we see here, I can see that the hole looks bigger than what's in the model, but as we have done, we have already constrained this hole to the diameter they're talking about, so it doesn't matter how it looks like, we can just proceed. Now coming to this face here, it'll be better if we can just do that on the right plane, no, the front plane. Yeah. Now coming to that, we can do that from this edge here. You can just draw a line, and you can just draw a line outwards, maybe not here, here, and now you can draw a line vertical from here to here. Alright, now coming to constraining, the overall length from here to here. Alright, let's do another, maybe okay, let's do it only till here, then we can do a top extrude. So let's do only this much, so that would be from here to here, that's 100, and okay, what I'm talking about is, so let's first constrain it. Okay, so 100 minus this diameter is 32, so that is 16. So 100 minus 16 will be 686, so that will be 86 here. And this length is 64. And this height is 33. So you can see that there is a problem there, so we'll just delete that. I'll just take that smart dimension tool and just dimension it from this point to the bottom. That would be 33. Alright, that's good. And now we can exit the sketch. Now you can go for the thickness, so that would be features, extrude, boss and base. Thickness would be 6 each on both sides, right? So you can give 6 and go for direction to 6 and tick mark. Alright, now that's done, right? So what I was talking about, you will understand, like once we give a circle here, now we're gonna do is, we'll just take this face and go for the sketch. I'm just gonna do 2 circles, 1 and 2. So what I was talking about is, as we give a tangent-to relationship over here, and we'll give constraint for both, that is diameter 16 and 32 each, right? So diameter 16 and diameter 32. Alright, now if we, okay, let me also give a horizontal constraint, that is this center of the circle and the origin point, and a horizontal constraint that will make sure that it's constrained in that line. Now exit the sketch, and if you go for features, extrude, boss and base, you can see that I'll go for in reverse direction. So the total length will be 64, so 64, double enter. Oops. Here features 64. Now you can see that there's a gap that has been created. So what I was suggesting when we were doing a sketch over here was, if you can predict such a thing, then while you were sketching here itself, you could have created a little bit of what you can see, a tweak. So Control 8 to make that sketch normal. So what you could have done would be that just give an extension here, you know, like a little extension, and just take this line here and go for construction. And if you simply exit the sketch, has a warning which may cause subsequent failure to fail. If you would like to repair before SolidWorks rebuilds tokens. Okay, continue and ignore error. Close. Okay, so as we see, the problem is solved, but SolidWorks threw an error. The reason why the SolidWorks have threw an error is because this particular feature was constructed based on this surface. So when this surface is getting modified, it'll definitely throw an error. So for you to solve such a problem, what you can do, okay, so now we've completely come out of it. So if you come here for features, sketch, so what you can do is simply maybe take the top plane, and as we see here, from the center of the circle to the top is 20, right? So you can simply take the top plane, and you can go for a plane and just create a plane at a distance of 20, okay, and tick mark. Now this boss that you've created, just put the plane above it. No, just put the boss below this plane, and take that sketch and go for sketch, configure feature, edit sketch plane, and in that you can take this plane as the support structure and tick mark. And now you can simply hide this plane here. Now if you do anything, it's not going to throw such errors. Now if you not that, exit sketch, take this feature and go for the sketch here, edit sketch. I can simply press Ctrl 8. If you try to do something over here which will change the shape of this, doesn't matter for that. Okay, it'll still have a problem. The reason being that this structure here, you can see that Ctrl 8, this has a tangency here as well, so even that will change. So you can just delete all the dependencies, delete this tangent, and what we can do is, instead of doing that, you know that from here to this face to this center it's 100, so you can simply give from here to here 100. That's a problem now. 112, so it's showing 100. That's a problem. If I give 100, okay, so there's some problem. We'll come to this sketch, we'll go for the edit sketch. As we can see, it's 86. Okay, we haven't considered it from here. Okay, 100 from this face. Okay, so Control 8, we have to give this not from here, we have to give it from here to here. 86. It should be 86. Now exit sketch. Now if you go for this, go for edit feature, no, edit sketch here, Control 8, what we can do is remove this dependency, and now you can simply from here to here, that will be 102, which is also wrong. Okay, It's definitely a problem. This is 10. Okay, this is okay. So the problem is, again, I've done a mistake here, so just rotate a little bit and come here, go for edit sketch. You can see that it's not 86, it should be 84, right? So this is 16. No, this is 16 here, so it should be 84. Now you can exit sketch, and you can again go for the sketch here, edit sketch, Control 8. Now what we can do is give 100 here. Now you can exit sketch. If you see it from here, you'll be able to see that there's a gap here, and this is where we got completely deviated. Now I'm just going to get back to the topic. Okay, so what I was trying to explain was, while we do a sketch here, if you can predict that we're gonna have a gap here, what we can do is we can go here to the sketch. You can do the, while you're doing the sketch, once we have completely constrained, what we can do is just give a little extension. Don't need to constrain that, just give a little extension and just give this line, don't delete this line, just as a good practice, just make it for construction, and exit sketch. Now you can see that that gap has been filled. So as we have recognized this, after we have done this, after we have created this, there's another way to deal with this, is that you can, while we have done this, we can simply go for edit sketch and Control 8, and you can simply take this line, go for convert entities. I can just draw a line horizontal and draw another line and just simply take this portion off and tick mark, exit sketch. Even in this fashion also you can solve that problem there. So that's it. Also, if you want it completely as one entity, you can take this, you can create this overall sketch here, you can just pat it downwards and finally give a cut in this fashion. If you want, I can even show that. It's not such a big thing to do, so I'll just delete this. Oops. I don't want to do that. Okay, so we have this, right? I'll just put it here. I'll just put it okay, I'll take this and delete and delete the sides feature. Okay. I'll delete only this feature here. So delete, yes. Stop and repair. The sketch contains dimensions or relations to model geometries which no longer exist. Close. Just need only this sketch. Okay, we have this problem because again I've created a relation from this to this. So what we can do is we'll just remove that. Now we have it here. I can just simply select and delete this. I don't have a problem. They're not creating or throwing any error. You can simply hide this here. and come to the edit sketch here for this. Control 8. You can simply draw a line from here to here. You can use the trim entities and trim this portion off, and use an axis line. From the center of the circle, I'll just draw a horizontal line, and simply select this line and the center line and go for symmetric, tick mark, and also smart dimension this as 12 here. And you can use the trim entities to trim this portion, and the tick mark. Now you can exit the sketch, and now you can go for, you can see that's a full length here. So what we can do is you can just give 33 here, so overall will be 125 minus 33. You can go here, 125 minus 33, you can give 125 minus 33, 92. You can tick mark, and finally you can just select this face here and go for the sketch. Also you can exit the sketch and take the sketch and do a sketch on the front plane, maybe, yeah, the front plane. You can simply draw a line from here to here, just close it here, and simply give 64, that is from top to here, that'll be 64, right? 64. And also just pull this to this point here, select this line here and go for horizontal. Alright, now just draw a line horizontal, just draw it here and select this line here, go for construction. Simply you can exit the sketch, you can go for features, extrude cut, and do an extrude cut on both sides, direction 1 and direction 2. That'll be up to next and up to next. Tick mark. Right. And this way we don't get this any cut or any problems are not seen in this. So in this fashion also you can do this model. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was a little long, and I've shown you a couple of more options that you can do with to attain this model. This was a pretty simple model, but I've tried to explain a couple of more things in this. That's the reason it was a little more lengthy. If you would not like to have such kind of lengthy videos, you can always comment or let me know about that, and I'll just try to keep it short. So my main intention was to whenever there is an unexpected mistake that's happening while I'm doing the sketch or while I'm doing the model, I just think that it's better to keep it that way. So also you can learn, I can learn, and also you can learn with the mistakes that I make or things like that. So that's the main intention of creating these videos with the title Practice with Me Beginners. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
Thank you for watching. If you have any doubts on this video, put them on the comment section and I'll try to respond to them as early as I can. If you think my videos are helpful, hit the like, subscribe and share button. If you're interested to get How Engineers Do It t-shirt, you can get it by contacting me. I've put an image of it on the next slide. Here's a t-shirt. If you've got any CAD related requirements, don't hesitate to contact me anytime. I'm always looking forward to work with you. You can personally get in touch with me at ketia.pro.user@gmail.com. Thank you for your time and stay tuned.